feel like this is a good place to start. We've got our color array, duplicator, and our ellipse shape, which is inside a group. Drag that over into our input shapes, and then just turn it off so that we get rid of the original one. Inside the duplicator here, we're just going to add some initial movement, just using the shape position. And we're just going to add some noise. So the noise initially is pretty subtle. So we're just going to right click again on the strength and add another noise in there. This is just a quick and simple way just to add a bit more interest to it. So this way you can see the circles are moving fast and slow depending on these two little max input and output over here. So it's just a slight variation on the original noise. Now we're just going to add a deformer. Go up to deformers and click on 3D matrix. And the key thing here is to click use level. So if we change these values around here with the use level not checked, you can see it all sticks together. If we tick that box, you can see how everything's broken apart on the submesh level. So we're just going to right click on position Z and shoot down to random. And as we change these settings, you can see that we're adding a bit of depth to our scene. And if I hit play now, you can see a few things happening, a few things moving around. We're going to use this random effect here to control the strength of our blur. But first we'll need to feed it through a number range. So add our blur, and everything goes blurry. And we're just going to add our number range too. And I'll just pop this down here. We can take the Z position and feed that into our value. We might as well just take this straight out here and put this into our blur. Have a look at these original settings. So we can jump into our number range as well, and we can offset that to make things in and out of focus. In my final animation, what I've done is just simply animated the offset here, and that just drew the depth of field in. Now we'll just quickly apply a texture, drag your image, and pop it on top. So in your image shader, we're just going to change this to screen. I felt the easiest way just to get rid of this repetition is just to vary the shape rotation. So now I'm just going to select all these and right click and go pre-compose selection. And on this pre-compose selection, we are just going to add some effects. Once we add the chromatic aberration, you can see that it's really just kind of messed a few things up. So maybe it's best if we jump back into our composition and then hit Control Y to add a background. This background, we're just going to make that background white. And then we jump back into our chromatic aberration and it's looking pretty good. So from here, you can see that it's a bit sharper. So to soften that up, you can just hit the repetitions option. This is an effect that you can easily overdo, but I'm just having a bit of fun with it. I've jumped back into the original file and I've added a gradient shader, and I haven't really tweaked the setting too much here, just the size ratio. That just helps to emphasize a little bit of the 3D. Now into our final comp, we'll go back in here and we'll add a glow. I'm just going to change the order of these so that the glow comes first. Change it to overlay. I find that works a little bit better. And change the intensity down as well. Cool. Let's just let this one play through. And that's our final effect with the floating spheres.